Sunday meeting, July 18th, 1976. LL Research, channeling, Hatonn. Carla, channeling. Greetings, my friends, in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. I am a voice of love, known to you as Hatonn. And, as always, it is my privilege to be with you this evening. Yes, I am love, my friends. You are love, and we are one. To give you a sense of the immediacy of that truth is very difficult, and yet, unless love is alive and immediate in your experience, you may search forever without truly understanding the object of your search. There is a tree outside your dwelling, my friends, and on this tree are many, many leaves. And some of these leaves are almost perfect. Their shape is completely symmetrical, and their color is beautifully green, as it should be. And there is no mark or damage, and all within this particular leaf is perfect. And on the same tree, other leaves have been damaged by insects, or they have grown in a crooked manner, or their coloration is not as it is expected to be. And yet, these are not good leaves and bad leaves, for within them, each is the same perfect leaf, which is not separate from the leaf as an ideal, but is within that leaf and is the true reality of that leaf. Or, my friends, you may think that the many, many forms of clouds, some may bring storms, and some may simply be the beautiful kind of clouds. Yet good and bad cannot be said of clouds, for they are all perfect in their cloudness. And you yourself are in essence a perfect version of you, whether your manifestation may be good or bad within the illusion. The ideal that created you is immediately within you. It is present within you at this time, and it is informing and inspiring your every breath. And this is true of all those you meet, no matter what their manifestations. It seems like a cliché to say this to you, my friends, and yet you will never be free of turmoil until you are able to bring into your conscious experience the knowledge of oneness in love that you can find in meditation. Without meditation, it is not likely that you would ever discover that unity with the Creator that is the wellspring of true love at all. And without repeated seeking of this unity, it is very difficult to advance at any rate in bringing love into your immediate experience. But my friends, in addition to the meditation, you need to bring that feeling into your life as you live it, moment by moment. We have said to you before, attempt to form a personal relationship with the Creator. Seek Him as you would a trusted friend. Love Him as you would love the most beloved friends you could ever have. True emotion that comes from the heart, personal, deep-felt emotion, is necessary in order to bring to your consciousness the realization that in the Creator you are dealing with the single most important relationship of your life. Allow the love for the Creator to build and become more and more personal, more and more real, more and more felt. And then take that sweet feeling and live it day to day. Feel the immediacy of that Creator and share it with the people you meet. This is the secret, my friends. If you can approach each person as someone who is the Creator and whom you may be privileged to serve. Your troubles will sort themselves out before you, for love is always reflected in love. I would like to attempt to transfer this contact at this time, and will return to this instrument later. I am Hatonn. B. Channeling. I am Hatonn. I am now with this instrument. My friends, it is one thing to speak of this that we call love, and yet another to understand it. For my friends, if you think, you have spent many lifetimes upon your planet in an attempt to learn the lessons of spiritual being, so that you may reach for more understanding. My friends, do not take this lightly, for once you have learned this, there is more and more that has to be undertaken. My friends, as we have said, love is all that there is. Now, if you understand this thing, my friends, if love is truly all that there is, then should there not be only love that is experienced? Inaudible. Great spiritual, shall we say, uprising that is now taking place about you. My friends, it is not always enough to be only a part, for there are so many that are looking for so much from someone who will lead them and, my friends, someone to inaudible. All of you have the ability to teach another that which has been taught to you. But, my friends, you have to truly understand that as you know, my friends, change can only take place within yourself. My friends, you have found meditation a great tool. As you continue to raise your vibrations to a higher level, you will find this tool of more use to you than ever, for truly, my friends, there is no end. Abide, my friends, in the energy of love. You will find all that is around you acquires new aspects. And, my friends, as you know, a great part of love is understanding. Do not judge another, my friends. That is reserved for the one who has made us all. And if we look upon another to disagree, we cannot truly give a loving hand to this being's free will. I will now leave this instrument. I am Hatonn. Carla, channeling. I am again with this instrument. I would like to pause for a brief time in order to share with you our vibrations of love. I am again with the instrument. It is a great pleasure to share with you. We ask only that you share with others as we share with you, for this is the true flower of your faith, the bloom for which you have spent so much time cultivating the plant. We are aware that the one known as W wishes to ask a question, so at this time we will open the meeting to questions. W. It's about the awareness of my dreams and the bearing they might have on my feelings about reality, and how I can become more aware of the relationship. Hatonn. Speaking through this instrument is easy on this subject, since this instrument has, shall we say, heard our speech before along these lines. The story of dreams is a simple one. Your consciousness, as you well know, has no beginning and no end, and as sleep is, in its way, a brief foretaste of death, the consciousness has no part of sleep. It is doing something all the time, just as it is when you are awake. That something is as much related to itself as it always is, and the circumstances only change during the period of sleep of the physical body, in that the attention of the spirit is not totally drawn to the needs of the physical illusion. Therefore, it may process other levels of material which may engage its attention. Dreams are a partial record of the activity of the spirit. They are a reliable communication from spirit to conscious self of the true development of the spirit's personality. The inability to remember what is happening during periods of sleep is very widespread among your peoples, for the spirit is hardly recognized, much less cultivated. It is encouraged by us that you make an effort to become more in touch with your dreams. The methods of doing this are fairly simple and basically have to do with keeping a record so that when you awaken, you immediately write down what you can remember. You will find that as you practice this, you will improve. Further, when one begins to be able to have a good consciousness of self within dreams, one will find this showing forth in a physical control of one's conscious life. In other words, as you begin to obtain control of your so-called subconscious thought, which is the manifestation of your spirit self, this will reflect inevitably in your daily life. Does this answer your question? W. Well, what about that relationship with a woman? Hatonn. My friend, it is impossible for us to give you words other than love. All relationships are relationships of love. Yet, due to the illusion twisting and turning, it is difficult for you within the physical to maintain within the physical a totally unselfish attitude of pure love. If you maintain an attitude of total service and love, the difficulties which you are experiencing will vanish. If all you wish to do is offer your service, your love, the rest will simply become what it simply is in reality: the confusion of the physical illusion. This confusion is not your fault, for at your birth you began to be taught what to expect in this illusion, and your expectations have been shaped and hammered into you by many, many experiences, biases, and impressions, all through your experiences so far. In order to cut through all the expectations and get to reality, it is necessary to refrain from, as you would say, reacting to expectations and hold to the one thing that is true, that is real. And that, as you know we will say, is love. If love is to mean anything in a lasting sense, it is to manifest itself as a desire for the spiritual help and service that you can give to any whom you might love. Beyond this, we can give no comfort or advice, for all relationships are based on the need to learn this one lesson. Is there another question? Questioner. What is the function of homosexuality? Hatonn. It is a difficulty of your language that we have trouble overcoming, in that homosexuality is not understood as a type of sexuality, but is considered to be, in your language, a type of emotionally strong word. The function of sexuality is to teach service. One is drawn to another of your species and forms a relationship, and in that relationship there are opportunities for service or disservice, and gradually, as the spirit grows through this association, you begin to learn how to be of service. Were it not for the drive of sexuality, it is likely that there would not be these intense relationships, and therefore these strong stimulants or catalysts to learning. Those who are homosexual have had a personality difficulty which drives them in a sexual way towards their own charge, much like a positive charge being attracted to a positive charge. This is due to a confusion between incarnations, the previous incarnation being of one sex, this incarnation being of another. But the function of homosexuality is the function of any type of sexuality. It is to enable a person to form an intense enough relationship that he may learn how to serve and how to love others more than himself, or shall we say, to love others more than his personality, but as much as the Creator. Does this answer your question? Questioner: Yes. Hatonn: Any other questions? Questioner: What is the general program objective within the next 12 months? Hatonn: We are attempting to intensify our program of light. We have made contact with many groups and, as you might say, the damage has already been done. Now it is time to get these groups functioning individually in such a way that they are truly light centers and their individuals are light bearers. We do not have specific objectives for this time period, although the possibility exists for increased sightings, shall we say, on demand. Are we being sufficiently obscure? Questioner: Not any specific contact with Earth's peoples in order to stimulate events? Hatonn: Not at this time. We do not know about the future. The possibility exists, as we said, on demand. It is a matter of the need for there to be, as this instrument would say, 10 students in order for a class to be held. We have nowhere near that much demand. If the demand were to be generated, it would be possible, as you well know. We do not count on that much demand being generated, but are aware that it is possible that this might occur. Questioner: Do you know of any other group planning a more general effort at contact? Hatonn: Yes. However, they do not have our full approval, for we feel that they are treading on the fringes of, shall we say, being too pushy. Questioner: Well, how do they plan to make this contact? Hatonn: We are sorry, but this instrument does not have the type of contact which would enable us to control her enough to tell you this. We know of the types of contact, we should say, that are being contemplated. We do not think that they will successfully occur. There are those that watch, and in their watching of this planet, as well as many others, set up vibrations protecting free will, which are not easily undermined. Within our own fleet, there are individual groups, what we would call the young whippersnappers of our legion, who also advocate speedier methods. But it is our experience that it is only when one responds to a definitely requested need that any true help can be given, and so we, shall we say, older heads, are in the majority and prevail within the Confederation. Questioner: Who is contacting Puharich? Hatonn: The central agency of thought of our Confederation has enabled linkages which make it possible for this intrusion upon the private space-time experience of the one known as Puharich. This has been, shall we say, an experiment, as we have done others. However, we are having trouble transmitting this, but the instrument is cooperating, so we will keep giving it. Puharich has certain expectations. We have had this trouble with many contactees, and Puharich is among the best. It is a matter of dealing in a space-time experience in such a way that you who are of a very rapid age do not become impatient with the expectations. Time is a very difficult thing to deal with in this contact. If I were to explain to you what time is to us as we transmit to you, it would not be understood. For we are able to, in a single instant, speak to 10,000 people. And yet, it does not seem to us difficult. Unfortunately, the rest of this session wasn't recorded. Therefore, our transcript ends here.
Go forth then, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator.